Disclaimer: all topics in this video are alleged and allegedly, and they are strictly for entertainment purposes only.
Y'all interviews gotta be on point because Jay know what he's doing.
Jay Evans, I do watch you. When you were doing your post about me, great job. Yeah, great job. I love you.
Ooh, Latrice.
Wait a minute, you did your research, honey. I love it. If I need any information on myself, I need to come ask you, Jay Evans.
Jay Evans, you know exactly what to say. Yes.
Hey, it's me, Jay Evans, and there are people still asking questions about Aikisha and Farish Street. So I decided to give y'all this small clip, but you need to click in this video description for the full interview I did when Aikisha first became a Belle. She is no longer on the show, but she still is doing big things on Farish Street. So get into this. Maybe this can answer some of y'all questions, but be sure to watch the full interview that's in the description, and I'll pin it in the comments.
You know, you hear on the show, and I see comments where people are like, oh, well, if her family's been on Farish Street, why does it look the way it look? Well, we don't own the entire street. Not yet. But what
Not yet. Let me ask this then. Since you said that and you set us up for Farish Street, we gonna go into it, okay?
Okay.
We gonna clear this part up. Now, on season 2, episode 4, you said this in regards to Lateshia and Farish Street. Letitia's passion is in it for Farish Street, but it's going to take more than passion. She's going to have something deep in the pocket. So we'll see, right? Mm-hmm. Which leads me to take us back to season 1. If you didn't watch, I'm about to catch you up. And if you did, I'm about to remind you.
Okay.
Now, on season 1, episode 2, titled Wigs and Waffles, Lateshia met with Miss Dorothy, who was very knowledgeable about Farish Street. She showed Miss Dorothy the 2-story building she was interested in. She said that's kind of rare to have a 2-story building, right? Mm-hmm. Miss Dorothy let her know that building was called the Palace, and Duke Ellington had performed there, and there were a lot of ballroom dances that were done there. Now, move forward on this same season to episode 4, titled Bad Brunch Behavior. Lateshia meets with Jackson City Councilman Dekeether Stamps, the City of Jackson contractor Jay, and an appraiser named Ken.
Yeah, Jack Keaton, and yeah,
Jack Keaton. Okay, so she let them know she was interested in purchasing that building. Now, Jakeem told her, you will not be able to purchase this building. I'm sorry, it's not for sale. Lateshia replied, this building is not for sale. Well, what is it for? He informed her, it is for lease. We have to remind you that this is a historical building. Now, the councilman interjected and also said, I know that's different from what you expect. Folks want to protect that legacy and building. In a few years, we can approach the conversation about owning. Now, the appraiser Ken then told her, well, you're starting out with $500,000 for acquisition. Then for renovation costs, you have to realize this is a historic building. It's registered on the historical registry like your building is. Now, with that being said, he told her you're looking at anywhere from $900,000 to $1.5 million. Her reply was, "Oh, okay." Then he interjected. Jakeem said.
No, his last Keaton is Keeton. Jack Keaton.
Jack Keaton said. Then coming up to code with some of those historic preservation requirements might cost additional funds. In her solo confessional, she said she was looking at $2 million. So Aikisha, a lot of people first took it like she's talking about Farish Street, you know, but then you come in, people have to understand it's not, you can't go to Farish Street with monopoly money. This is a historical district and you got to have your coins. Now you're doing a multi-million project. What are your plans for your building and your land? And educate us on Farish Street, because you just can't say I want it.
Yeah, you definitely can't say that. And the thing is everything, of course, Jai's a friend of mine and someone I do know that's working down there and has helped me along the way as well. The thing is that Farish Street was owned by the city, or is owned. Farish Street, I mean, most of the buildings, I'm not gonna say Farish Street, most of the buildings down there in that 200 and 300 block, except for my building and the building in front of me, are owned by JRA, which is the Jackson Redevelopment Authority. A lot of people didn't know that. So that's why when I hear all these people throwing out, well, why they ain't do this? Why they not doing that? It's public record. You can look up the owners of these buildings. JRA and the city of Jackson just got those buildings back. They did not own them before 2019 because a developer who said that he was going to come in and redo Farish Street and have Farish Street looking like Beale Street and Bourbon Street, and it was going to be this amazing entertainment and arts district. He took that money and he kited it somewhere else. If you go through Jackson and you go over in Fondren, oh, Fondren looks real good.
Yes, nice.
So I tell people, before you come for me and what my is done and what we have, you better start getting those public records and look up these stories and look up what's really going on in Jackson. Because don't come for me. Because my building and my property looks good on Farish Street because it has been renovated, it has been taken care of, and we were also a part of those who were pushing to help the Alamo get renovated, and the Alamo is up and running as well. So going back to what you were saying, so that's why when people were hearing them say, oh, when he told Lateshia you couldn't buy it, no, you cannot. They just released on August 1st, 2022, an RFP. An RFP, for those who do not know, is a request for proposals. Because now JRA has their buildings back and they are ready to go up for sale. So what my company and my group has done, which is the Holly Colon group, we are submitting a proposal. When I get off with you, I actually have a meeting with JRA. Are submitting a proposal to help and redevelop the 200 and 300 blocks of Farish Street. So that's what I'm working on. So I realized after I filmed this show, because I have my friends, I have everything that I was going to do with the land that I own on Farish Street. And after this show, and just me just realizing this is bigger than I am. Like I tell people, when I'm on Farish Street, I feel my ancestors on my shoulders. I feel them pushing me down that damn street when I'm walking on the street, telling me this is what I'm supposed to be doing. So when I felt that, I told my husband, I said, baby, this is bigger than just us bringing bricks and hops and guys and see to Farish Street. I'm going to have to do something else. So that's why we decided to come together and submit a proposal where we will try to get all of those buildings if the city allows. And we're bringing 10 to 12 businesses, restaurants, entertainment space, plaza to the Farish Street Historic District. So for those believers out there, I need your prayers. I need your prayers because this is what I know I'm supposed to be doing. But I will say this: if we don't win the bid, and my group, my company does not get the bid, I still own my land, and I will be bringing my business. So whoever, I don't really care. It doesn't have to be my business, my company. I will be the first woman developer to do it if I'm able to get it. But if it's not, if it's someone else, and they're going to do what needs to be done to the area, I'm happy with that because my business and my property and everything, it will still benefit, and it's going to be a benefit to the entire community, not just the community.
Get caught up on my Divas of Music interview segment. Take a look at the legendary divas I've interviewed.
Want to learn how to dance, anything, and you need somebody to be patient with you. This is who you call.
Who would you want to play you in a biopic of your life story?
Oh my God. I've never been asked this question. Oh my God.
We're not that type of group that was put together. Okay, we put ourselves together. So therefore, that puts a different kind of seal on your relationship. Or
New Edition's manager, Brooke Payne, as well. So we talk about that in the book, like what happened with our journey with Brooke Payne.
Was right. It was the right, our approach to it was correct. But with Get Out, the content was my girlfriend needed to hear that. I needed to hear that. My auntie needed to hear that. Shanika down the street needed to hear like that. That's when I was like, because every time I sang it, it was like,
thank you.
You know that organ is Donny Hathaway.
No, my gosh.
That's
what?
Donny Hathaway. Yep. Because he was on Atlantic with Aretha and he played on a lot of her stuff.
Oh my
That's Donny
gosh.
Hathaway. That's Donny.
You are a genius with your history here, Jay. You're giving me life right now today. I love this. Thank you